Hi, my name is Matilda and I'm the facilitator for the Community Modelling Project in RP. My background is that I have a Master's in Water Sciences with a focus on social sciences, and therefore I've been able to apply those skills to this project. Organising the meetings for the modelling group. Initially I started out helping to recruit participants for the project, so that meant identifying people within the community who had relevant and interesting knowledge about having issue recruitment aspect to the role at the beginning, and then that moved into an organisational one. Like I said, organising the meetings, ensuring that people knew what they had to do for the meetings, preparing the meeting space, and after the meetings my responsibility was to summarise what we had spoken about and share that with the group members in order to make sure that everyone knew what had been discussed, what everyone was expected to do between the next meetings, and also to share this with our advisory group, which comprised the local town council. So that was in order to continue to include them, because they'd initiated the project with us, and sort of continue a process of feedback to them about the progress we'd been making. So I think the skills that were most useful were probably the ability to feel confident interviewing people. So that's something I did during my dissertation, and I think also it was necessary to sort of understand what the general or main themes were of the meetings, which is obviously something that I developed through focus groups that I attended for my dissertation. So I think the ability to interview and to sort of synthesise material that is discussed in a meeting in a way that is communicable to other people who might not be experts in that domain. We use them for recruiting people. We also use them for eliciting what the main themes were for what people consider to be the main themes for the flooding issue. So where it stemmed from in the catchment, what the potential causes were, and what the solutions might also be. So those interviews were important because we sort of gathered all of that material before the first meeting, so that when we came into the first meeting, obviously we had a very short time in which we could do it, there was already a sort of concise set of ideas that we were working from that everyone had already contributed to. So that was a sort of starting point to sort of get the group moving quite quickly. Yeah, it was really fun. I think for me the main thing I enjoyed was actually learning about the modelling, but also I really enjoyed applying just sort of my social science skills and organising the meetings and sort of seeing those come to fruition, and as the model developed, that was a very rewarding experience, particularly as the group developed their modelling skills. I was very surprised by how quickly and how eagerly the participants engaged with the model, and also how readily they sort of interacted with it and sort of gave suggestions to Nick as to how it could be improved. And I think also, having studied the Masters, I was very surprised at how quickly people understood the sort of hydrology behind it all, because I know that can be very complex. So people who hadn't had any interaction with that sort of science before were very quick to take it up and sort of discuss it within the group and sort of learn together about, oh, this is how such a theory applies to our context. So I think that was really interesting, the speed at which that happened. I think from the initial interviews we did, we obviously had a set of theories and ideas about what the issue was and what the solutions might be. And I think as a social scientist it was very interesting to see that translated into something quantitative. And that's something that I don't think I've ever sort of had any chance to interact with before, to see the public's opinions, which sometimes are sort of poo-pooed a little bit by experts, actually translated into something that sort of holds a lot of credibility and legitimacy.